Sure. Hi, my name is Dan Barry, and I'm running for sheriff of Clark County. First of all, I want to thank you for inviting me here today, and tell you that my son is currently serving as a first lieutenant in the Army. He's in Balad as we speak. My son-in-law is a Harrier pilot in the Marine Corps, stationed in Yuma, and my two other son-in-laws are captains in the Air Force. So I kind of covered all my bases with that. February 22nd, I retired from the LVMPD with 30 years of service. I retired as a captain. I've been a captain for 11 years. I'm extremely blessed. I had the opportunity as a captain to oversee several major investigations. One that we're familiar with is Operation G Sting, which would involve the arrest of 3 corrupt Clark County county commissioners, a former county commissioner, and a strip club owner. We put him in prison. Another program I was very proud of was the Rolling 60 gang members, where we dismantled that gang. The trick there was that we worked in partnership with the FBI. We did what we call RICO, racketeering on these individuals, and sent them in prison. We dismantled the gangs. The decision to run for sheriff, because I'm trying to keep it short, my decision to run for sheriff comes from my love for this community and my love for my police department. I'm a young man, believe me. I have many more good years to work and serve my community. I love our community. I know we do a much better job by working in collaboration with other agencies. I'm a strong advocate of community-oriented policing, and I believe that we can be more efficient by consolidating Clark County School District Police, parks in the county and the city under the Metro umbrella. It makes fiscal sense. In these tough economic times we're going through right now, it's foolish to think that we should do the same thing all over again. Thank you very much.
And my name is Mark Beckerly, and thank you. And I said previously, strange enough, 30 years ago, Dan and I were in the academy together at Metro. I spent 13 years at Metro. I was a sergeant. I've served as an officer in 3 separate counties, 2 in Nevada, obviously Clark, Douglas up in Lake Tahoe, and Pinellas County, St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm currently a juvenile probation officer with Clark County, and have been so for just about 10 years. My decision to run, like Dan, I've been here 30 years. We came out here, we went to college together. It was odd. We ended up in college together, and there he was next to me in an expression line. I couldn't believe I heard his voice, and I go, I know that voice. I love the community also. I have 2 children, 13 and 15, and again, I want to make a better community for them, and they stay here for their children. Fiscally, on the way over here, I happened to read one of the Challengers poster, and it said on there, more cops, better response, better results, or something of that nature. The more cops, I don't know how anybody in this economic climate is going to hire more cops. There's a finite number. I don't know where this person thinks he's going to pull cops out of the air. What I think we can do is take the police officers or detectives or special assignment people, and I've been there, so I know how little some of us did and do, and get them back on the street. I don't have any inner politics. I am answering to nobody. I have no special interest groups. I've been gone a lot longer than Dan. I've been gone for over 10 years. Dan's been gone for a couple of months. I'm not intimidated by Metro's inner politics, and if I take somebody out of a detail that I know they're not doing much, am I going to make an enemy? Yeah. But are you going to have another car on your street to help you out and a little better response? There's an attrition rate. People forget about how many people are retiring. Dan's an example. He just left. You know, somebody has to fill his spot, then there's underfills. So just the academies that are running now are just pretty much handling the attrition rate. I don't, you know, just to grab more cops and put them out there, it's not a reality. The reality is do more with what we have, and it's attainable. My biggest platform I'm going to be on, because I'm in juvenile right now, I hate to say it, but we're spawning. Like, think of a hatchery with little trout, and we're making bigger trout, except these are criminals we're talking about. The juvenile system is so lenient, you'd shudder. I got to be careful what I say because I'm still working there, but you would shudder if you knew the treatment that these home invaders and robbers and rapists are getting. You would think that they're at Boys and Girls Club. The judges are too lenient. The probation officers, maybe to do less work, they're creating non-accountability. The kids think that they don't have to answer for their crimes or their no consequences really that meet the crime. Then they hit 18. Now what are we done? Now there's consequences. Try to get a job, flipping burgers, making subs. low-income earners going to be, like I said, we're spawning criminals. And I'm going to get hard and very hard on that system. I'm a part of it, I'm ashamed of it, and it needs to be changed. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, my name's Tim Dean. I'm also running for sheriff. My background, I was in the military for 9 years. 8 years of that I was a Marine, and then last year, a little over a year because of Desert Storm, as working for the Oregon Military Department. I was a military policeman, criminal investigator. I worked everything from basic patrolman up to watch commander. I was a narcotics operative for NIS, which now they call it NCIS. And I was also on the SWAT team and team leader. I was on the presidential protection team for President Reagan. And you know, one thing I look at, and I think President Reagan said it best when he said that most people go their entire lives wondering if they made a difference in the world. Marines don't have that problem. You know, we as veterans, we gave a duty to our country. And some of us paid a lot bigger price than a lot of us did. But the thing is that once we hung up the uniform and we got into the civilian world, we looked around at the fruits of our labor. And sometimes that fruit is rotten. And even though we're not wearing the uniform anymore, we still, the soldier, sailor, airman, and Marine is still within each and every one of us. And our duty is still there to the country to do something about it. As far as Metro comes, you heard my colleagues talk about getting officers on the street. Well, we got to be realistic. The county's out of money. They're laying off county workers that are making a fraction of what Metro's making. One of the things that I want to conquer is the Metro budget. It's a 2,000-man department with a $536 million a year budget. $475 million of that is in salaries and benefits. You take Detroit Police, they have almost 4,000 officers, and their budget is $100 million less than what we have here. We're going to have to make cutbacks, and it's going to take a person going in there, someone that's not going to, you know, fold from the union, from the police union. They're going to need to do cutbacks and get more officers on the street. We as veterans know what it's like to do whatever we can for hardly any pay. And when the mission got tough, we did what we had to do to get the mission done, and sometimes that takes rationing out our supplies in order to get it done. That's my dedication.